this attack. Their attack has been pretty shaky throughout this series.
FUT on defense, Vitality on attack.
A little bit of a comeback based on Vitality's attack being shaky.
So yeah, a couple of things that FUT's comp struggles at. Clearing question marks is one of the big ones over towards here. So they kind of need to be a little bit more proactive than normal. They got a nice flash setup though. Flash towards the back from the swing. Yeah, and then potentially open door if they need to as well. So because the comp struggles to kind of clear the question marks, just actually dueling over towards some of these areas is how they kind of compensate for it. Which can work also, but... SK, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for the bits, dude. You too, man. Hope you have a good day. So yeah, I mean, even though I don't prefer the KO, they still play it well. FUT play it like one of the best you can play it. Atta has kind of owned this a little bit. No flash for the retake. I mean, they literally got no util for the retake. The only thing that got going for them is the fact that everyone, I say everyone, 3 of them are really low HP.
This time around is no different, but they've run out of said utility. Only a paranoia available. You've got to look at the low HP on Vitality as well. Every single player almost on death's door already, and sort of as the Butcher's bill comes in, I don't think there are going to be many people left standing at the end of this round.
Oh, it's a nice vision block. They pick up the smoke as well. Oi, FUT is going to have that one. Send a reposition from where they came from. Might be good for 2 here.
Behind them, and nobody knows. There should be easy pickings. He does reveal himself eventually, but it does buy time for Vitality here. Stuck with, and it has to be
I'm telling you, Sender looks fantastic. Like, Sender looks so good right now. Sender is making Vitality look scary. He really is. Killen Max, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you for the 7 months, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you for the tier 1. Played that pretty much perfectly, yeah. The reposition again was fantastic. And he almost got, you could even say they got a little bit unlucky that when he peeked out towards top of heaven that there was only like 1 available. Mr. Fallon gets the Marshal out. We got Sheriff, so maybe some damage done by FUT here.
I feel like I got a bit of deja vu. Yeah, that's very smart. I won't take someone's credit for that. There are people out there who are way funnier than us. Oh, okay, but fair enough. Yeah, that is true. For me, at least, you're pretty funny. Yeah. Funny looking. But no. Vitality seems to be wanting to take the lead here early. Moving towards the right-hand side. Now, FUT, they've got a Marshal onto Mr. Fordin, and fortunately for them, he's in the right position to actually find damage here.
Done pretty good, though. Pressure. Locked them in over towards A.
The map control is going to allow FUT to almost stack up and sort of preemptively shut down this A hit from Vitality. Bear in mind, it's only a Sheriff to work with on Destrian.
Double push, triple push behind. Tell you what, I'm actually a little bit worried for Vitality. They have a lot of guns here, but they don't have much map control. Oh, I don't know what happened with the triple push behind, but something happened that I missed. Yeah, because it was looking really good. They kind of were having a triple push behind, and then something else happened, and they folded it to just a 1-person push behind.
Not happy with not being able to close out that map. Both teams trading map picks, and they want to make sure they can.
What a nice smoke this is. One way over towards here, and when you try and peek that angle, you go into this.
And with snake bites, it's going to be virtually impossible to get in, especially with how many players Vitality still have alive, and how healthy they are.
Jesus.
No one said he can't do any damage though, and he's 1 shot away from shutting down Runner as well, I do believe. I think it all comes down to damage here. Runner, the free fire works out.
Ended up being nice damage from him, continuing the form of Sunset, it seems.
It's not too bad, but I think that if you are FUT, bearing in mind how quickly you lost momentum on Sunset, I think you need to be striking back much harder. Otherwise, we are going to see that sort of 7-0 lead
which Vitality were able to establish on Sunset. And I mean, even when they were able to get off to quite a good start on Ascent as well.
You know what? Exactly, right? You start to think 7-0, that should be a good start. That should be a solid victory.
I'd be pretty happy with 7-0, Pavlos.
Vitality were pretty happy until they weren't.
Okay, they want to go aggro over towards A. Nade, flash, Destrians.
Oh.
Destrians manages to get here so fast. TP's up towards the top, drops down, and they just have no idea that he's close. There's definitely a couple of cool things you can do with the Omen over towards A main, and this is one of the better ones. There's a, I can't remember the team that was TPing over towards front of door. That one was pretty cool, where you like slightly go into your smoke and you TP from here. But yeah, I like this TP over towards the front and then drop down as well.
At least they've got a decision to make, right? It's either hit onto that A site, but with the ground control they can also push towards B. Cracks. He pushes, there's so many players that can just seek out on him. Knife destroyed, meaning of presence. How much presence is the question?
He only heard one player shoot, and so there's even the risk of that being a lurker, but when you're in a 3 versus 5, you might as well just stack the position, and it looks like they're going to do just that.
Trailblazer, paint shot to the back of the site, cracks, falls to B, point blank in front of them, still gets a kill onto runner, out of captain, into
it's a 3v5, and they're going to flood over towards B, and they have no idea the killjoy's here. Oh, that's a great flash. Here's your info. Oh my, Mr. Fallon, even though the vision block is there, still gets a kill, almost gets 2 to be honest in terms of the damage.
Mr. Fallen is get there quicker than their opponents. And this could turn the entire round in favor of FUT. Safe though.
Maybe should have waited for his team here though. Oh boy, that's a 10 HP kill.
Extravaganza. And cracks to try and switch it up yet another time. Kicks is low.
What a great reposition from Kicks on this one as well. Yeah, I mean, it was a good recovery from FUT in the 3v5 to manage to make that into the 3-on-3, but then we kind of went a little bit too early in the 3v2.
Push that victory further. They're also going to start to come online here, and I'll tell you what, one of the saving graces for Furia that we're now seeing FUT use against Vitality here is that control and tree, where they've just been using that position to pivot.
Okay, we might have another crazy start on this one. Sheriff's come out for FUT.
You look at the old management though, from the shadows available, soon to be the Seekers on Vitality, over to FUT. Nothing online as of yet, but it's round 5, round 6, where I suspect we're going to see a lot of utility available for FUT, especially when it comes to those ults.
This is so similar to the previous map. So similar. 3-0, but I wonder if it will continue in the same.
So FUT need to do some damage. They lose map control in terms of C, and again, their comp can only really clear a lot of these question marks with bodies. So potentially that's why we're going to stack over towards here. It is just an eco anyway, so it could just be a stack.
That we do. Vitality shifting over to the C position, however. But they've read it. They've got a lot of players to try and counteract this. They may even try and go through this.
Yeah. Reminiscent of the pistol. Flash goes in. This is how you... Oh! What?
Not even needing to see Kicks to kill him there.
Where on earth did that come from?
My guy.
Now, this duel with Safe is going to be so damn important. The paint shell's not quite landing. Safe going to be emboldened to push further forward. But Cracks is going to prevent them from running.
Sender saved the day here.
Sender again.
This might be the turnaround of this match. They need to be careful though because there's a player behind him. The fact that there's a bot there alarms them of Mr. Fallen's position.
Vitality's flank awareness has been so good this map, Pavlos, and Safe may be rewarded for it.
One enemy remaining.
Headshot picked up and CNED with a classic in a non-ideal position. And he can't really pick up a rifle at this point.
Still really good damage in the eco though.
He doesn't know where Sender is.
Like, although their comp again isn't good at like clearing any of these back in terms of once they lose map control, their trap plays are just like, or like their when they actually try and retake the areas with people, it's still pretty nice. Helped with some mad shots getting hit though, that's for sure.
Keeping the theme that we saw prior.
Yeah, for Vitality, it's a great round, but it's a round they had to recover. Bearing in mind, Pavlos, that honestly, it felt like FUT got way more mileage in that round than they really should have.
Yeah, they did good damage.
That is true.
I mean, it kind of came down to just a mad shot again.
I think it's one of the things that if you compare this game,
They need to start getting some rounds though. It is it's harder for them on this half though. So yeah, maybe I mean 4 would be great.
And more respect. It should be more respected. I think these conversions.
Of course, who would have thought?
To successes, and have also been the demise of many others.
You're absolutely right, and I think when it comes to conversions, FUT feels like it takes some time for them to charge up. Now, one of the converting factors.
You still believe Sky's better here? Yeah, no doubt.
We see it now come out on
I have no doubt about it.
Much earlier.
And for this one, you've got to wonder, when does the economical prosperity come in for the defense side?
You're absolutely right, and I think for Vitality, it's when Runner comes online, when Runner has the confidence to continue being sort of hyper-aggressive. We've not seen him really do that yet.
Do they need to go aggressive? That is the question. That's probably what's also being discussed right now.
Yeah.
It's probably what they're thinking about. And yeah, look, we are 1-1 in map score. A map here would definitely do wonders, especially.
Okay, just a short one. That's not too bad. Cena gets the op out, maybe big win condition for them. Definitely helps when holding a lot of the map control that they need to. They do want to go out aggro A in terms of vitality, so let's see if Cena can get any. Should be vision block though. Like Cena should have a rough time here to get a kill in theory, if everything is right. Did kind of have a clean shot here, but it was a satchel, so it would have been a mad shot. Viper all goes down over towards B. Alarm bot behind as well. That's weird doing an alarm bot behind, but I guess the barrier's down. This is a pretty nice Viper ult though. Little area to hide over towards the corner of B.
Crack. Goes down. Himself. Crack grenade, delaying it a little bit. That B site is difficult. But it won't be that difficult if you enter through the right-hand side of it. Viper's pit still inhabited by other captain.
Mr. Farland now has to be sort of the one to protect the flank of this Viper's pit because, of course, FUT don't have any knowledge of this position in sort of the front of B main. Instead, Vitality, they've established themselves outside of A towards Link and have just gone quiet.
Yeah, so again, card sound question mark. They did throw a knife and they saw Sky, and honestly that's a pretty big person to hit. The only flash you can imagine that that's going to be where the pack is. Oh, that's unlucky. You click, that's a kill. Defensive Killjoy ult is not great as well. This means that they have to go faster over towards the site, which their team didn't capitalize on. 2v4. Yeah, Vitality looking clean on this one. It was a nice round from them as well. The worrying thing for FUT here was they kind of had 3 over towards site, or they at least had 3 over towards A. Killjoy heavy rotated, kind of gambled that no C was coming, and they pretty much had 4 in like this area, and they still went down to 2v4.
You're absolutely right, and I think a lot of that comes down to Destrian, to be honest.
D9, thank you so much for the prime, bro. Thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you for the support.
It feels like while they in Straight Angels have had their sort of flashes,
1 away from the year, bro. Appreciate that.
They're just that, flashes.
I'll tell you what's OP right now.
What's that?
The lead of Vitality.
Okay, extra tactical on this one. And
they're
gonna, I mean, all that's gonna happen now is they're gonna fight towards A, because they can't give them a lot of map control. Also feels like maybe they need to fight like tree heavier if they're not gonna go aggro.
Orienting how they're going to win Lotus, and more so oriented around how they're going to keep leads throughout the series once they're established.
Matter of closing games, just exactly simply. But again, even though this is a FUT timeout, Vitality can also speak with Salah, and both coaches can have a word. Will finally FUT be able
They're gonna have to be a good timeout because they're on eco, so Most likely we're looking at a 6. We get the attack Odin out as well. And FUT go for a crunch over towards C here. And as we can see on the minimap, that's a good call, and that is a nice shot. Oh my goodness. There were some nice shots hit there. That's all 4. They heavy focused over towards door as well. Safe won 2 individual duels. Well, that one got so... yeah, man, I feel bad for them at the moment. It's really one-sided.
Part of the concept as well was to try and force out the utility of Vitality, but well, it seems to just be a flash in the pan. No utility expected.
Yeah, very nice. 1 armor rebuy, 1 gun rebuy. Money's here for the rest of the half now.
Going into the 7th.
But I do think this timeout would have been, so when coaches do timeouts in ecos or like lower buys, it's normally just like small idea for the eco in terms of the crunch over towards C control, and then bigger picture. So now we look over towards FUT. Bigger picture is Killjoy playing over towards A. Still looks like they want to do some kind of setup over towards C in terms of punishing, but the main setup is we're now moving our Killjoy over towards A. We're just going to let them have A control, and we need to stop them getting C control.
I think that Runner as well, he's not been having huge success so far. These comparative to what we expect of him. But it's more so
third time we've seen this flash play. You would like to think that someone's playing anti-flash.
Shut him down before he's even able to have a chance in this one. But don't want to be proactive this one. Paranoia again. He can't see a thing. Adam Kaplan at least gets one. The spray down could be good for him, but it's still traded out.
Honestly, Cena did great to kill one before he went down, but Safe again gets another important duel. 5 HP. Safe lurking is he just wins a lot of angels, so with a good IGL that can potentially rotate back to wherever he's getting the kill, like it seems pretty deadly. Ult gets used into this one as well. I would be, me personally, I'm kind of fine with the Viper ult. I know that seems mental, but I would be. With their money so low, I would be fine, but it's probably best not to.
What is he capable of? Can he do? Well, not
okay, again, another big run from Safe here. 2-9 loss bonus. They're sitting at like 6 and 5, some of the lowest, so they will buy, but they'll there's like 2 that won't be able to buy full util, maybe, depending on their agent.
I have no idea.
I think I know why Pavlos. There's 2 words: Yeta J and cracks. Both of them came online under the pressure. They do not buckle instead. That's where diamonds
that doesn't look too bad. Looks like we actually get everything. Yeah, just take a hit on the gun. That's the only reason why.
I think if Vitality lose out on such a lead again.
Another play over towards C. Flash goes in. They still want to fight here. Still sticking with what they wanted to do afterwards. Kicks is very committed with the spike.
But still, this is a final, an opportunity to just show up and show off. I mean, this whole tournament, it's almost been a road to Damascus for Vitality here.
What a weird spot. This is a really weird spot because in theory the smoke needs to try and get them out of this situation. But the smoker went down, so they got to use flash, molly to make sure they can actually get the spike out of this. This is the first time where FUT have come out from the original duel like really on top. Take down the smoke for their duelist. It's a big win.
Looking at the current positions of the players on C, this is going to be a hard site to get onto.
Razor though.
Runner's going to be using social to get to the back of the site. He trades his life, and that's good enough because it's still a 3v3. He's back to the back of it. Yet to be dealt with, and he's got a no command on, right? If he falls, he's not dead.
Hits both as well. They can double rotate with this. They probably don't want to give him too much space because Sender could ult. Yeah, they're just going to let him ult. This ult against this comp is pretty good. They don't have too much to kind of like flush him out and get info.
Vitality forced to change positions.
Kicks has been able to get off site as well. This could go from bad to worse for FUT here.
Sender's in the position that Kicks was moments ago though, but still has to jump down. Not quite sure if that was audible. Cracks down to 1 HP as he does enter the toxins. poison entering his lungs. And with the
Sender going for the round the world again, bro. It feels like when I watch Sender, I'm watching like Com from EG. Every time he's going for the round the world. And he has the gun in terms of the heavy pen to actually spam the pass and defusing. Yeah, lovely. Nicely done from Vitality here. Honestly, I felt like FUT needed to speed up before the ult.
Will not be discovered. Instead, Vitality, as they lead 8-0, Pavlos. They continue to show us why they want to contend to be not just one of the best in Europe, but to be one of the best in the world.
Vitality playing really well? Yeah, they are.
I think it's a completely different matter to be able to contend with the best than be the best. And I think that's what Vitality are really looking for. Ambition. A lot of ambition in this roster.
It's so financed, don't you worry. I can stay on top of it. I'll get the band stick out, don't you worry.
So outside of these seekers available for kicks, there's not going to be much past this for a good while actually. Over on FUT, yes, you have that from the shadows. Yes, you have that stuff off the CNED, but you don't have the rifles to back it up.
I'll do that. Thanks, Amped, bro. Appreciate you.
Runners already close to the site. FUT definitely respecting it, falling quite far back. I'm just wondering what their winning scenario is, right? What their saving grace is, but I don't think for this one they have one.
Absolutely that. 5v5 retake.
CNED's ult for the retake if he wanted to. One of their better rounds in terms of map control. We'll keep an eye on Safe's late luck here. No one has detected him. Spam. It's going to be so hard to defuse this with Safe coming in as well.
It's got to be the big boy Odin gun. But they've eliminated
Man.
one of the angles.
This luck is coming in so late. It's so devastating for them. It's such a good plan with this Odin as well. Vitality look very good at this, man.
Placing a nano swarm, causing issues. FUT won't be able to defuse. Not even if they wanted to. No, they're not.
Honestly,
they're not.
they did almost did a good attempt. Really, man. Safe's locks at the moment though. I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna lie, Pavlos.
He's got his back to his guild days.
A little bit worried, bearing in mind that came down to a 1 versus 1, a round which FUT really shouldn't have had any interest in winning, but nonetheless, they bring it down to that 1v1. They bring Safe down to low HP, and now you look at how
IGL,
the
IGL Sender.
their way going into the final 4 rounds of this half, and final 3 rounds of this half even, and FUT have a huge advantage when it comes to these abilities.
They do, and if they don't win this round, I don't know when they will get around. 9-3 still achievable.
This Omen flash though. This might be one of the first times that they've come out heavily on top. Blam, Raisnarf. Raisnarf's crazy. Look how much HP he's on. To be fair, the Viper Molly went a bit too far as well.
At least finally for FUT.
Tell me they don't win this round. Tell me they don't win this round though. 3v5, they now get an open site. CNED low, Ata low, they got a retake.
What's important is that Yatuje could interrupt the rotate, but I don't think he can. I don't think he's going to take the chance.
Oh, he's going to have to destroy that link wall, and he's actually just going to run straight past it.
He's not feeling it. Instead of falling back, Sender sticks to his ground.
Boombot only detects like bodies, that's why it doesn't lock onto the head here.
So fickle, Pavlos. And look at the flanker, Captain.
But who's he really flanking? All of the Vitality players are on site. They expect everyone to come from everywhere. Sender,
nah.
What a moment. Vitality want to go down flawless in this one. Krax needs to push, Sender, resilient. Oh, what a shot onto Runner.
Poor Runner, man. Poor Runner. Ult goes in. It's a nice ult for the defuse on this. Sender could definitely spam this. Oh, Jesus. That's a 5v3 from the beginning, from the get-go. Sender is, I'm telling you, this is the best I've ever seen him play. This best of 3, or best of 5 even.
Oh my word, Pavlos. What a round, and what a chance for Vitality
the
to,
lineup
as
came
you mentioned, make this look flawless. A 10-0 lead, haloed by the fact that these players have all had a standout round, have all shown us why, as mentioned before, they consider themselves among the best in the world.
Just you wait, I think they're saying.
It's almost like they could have, yeah. So it's weird because FUT went for an aggro A like ages ago, but because of the TP that came in, they got Do you know what this is actually? Do you know what this whole game is really like at the moment? It's a little bit like reminded me a little bit of Loud against Fnatic, where Loud on defense did an aggro A and they won their aggro A against Fnatic really early on, and then Fnatic kind of thought that they could never go aggro over towards A, so they just gave them so much space around the map. And that's kind of how this whole game turned out as well. It went to the bonus rounds because of the TP play that they did over towards A, where we got Destrian over towards this corner. They went aggro A and they just felt like they couldn't go aggro A anymore because they lost, and then they overfought. And then they just gave them so much map control. That's what it felt like. At least they get on the board though.
And Sender with that Viper's Pit, we saw how effective it was when he had to use it earlier on that C site. God knows how effective it will be on this A site.
Wait, someone juked a high five. Respect to the calling from Vitality. They do just walk out over towards A, thinking that they've conditioned them to not want to go out towards A, so they just kind of call the bluff on this, go straight out, one away from Seekers as well. Keep an eye on the triple flank behind. Turret's going to see one that they know of, but that's it. I would definitely think the pivot back to A here could be nice, but they'll feel comfortable that, okay, the pivot back to A is 100% happening here.
Do you expect so many players to arrive from B main?
Oh, I like the fact they're setting their gates back towards the safe site though, Pavlos, and I don't think they expect that many to come to A main, but there's alarm bots in place as they continue.
Yeah, it's looking like a good round from FUT. They kind of got unlocked in.
You, and that's where Cena is coming from. Picks up one. Another captain, the next play in contention. Save says, not much of you.
How is Safe doing this?
Still equally traded. Cena wants to enter the Viper's pit. Oh, and he's so accurate with it. He's so quick with it.
Runner and Safe alive. Okay, Safe maybe didn't realize someone was tree, but the door opened.
He's on the ground. And Runner's got so much to do.
1 versus 3, Pavlos. It was attempted by Safe earlier. It will now be attempted by the duelist, the young star, the prodigy for Vitality.
10 seconds left.
So aren't giving him an inch.
Yeah, okay, so they double their score at the end here. Man, that was an insane attack half. It really was.
To get them onto 10-2 score.
Now Pavlos. Comebacks have happened in the past. Comebacks have happened in actually fairly recent memory. And if you cast your gaze
2 is not doable. When was the last time we saw a 2? Didn't NRG lose a 10-2 on this map? Was that right? Against Billy Billy?
More impressive comeback than what we saw.
Or was it DRX?
Honestly,
DRX?
what do you answer to that? It's so difficult to look. The simple answer is no. FUT don't have a comeback in them. But this isn't a simple game. Knowing what FUT were able to do the previous match, you can't simply just say Vitality are going to close this out easily. The moment FUT have got themselves a hand on the steering wheel, that's how easily they can start gaining pace and closing in on them round by round.
So we'll start with a pistol round though, Pavlos. And when you are 10-2 down, your entire map depends on a pistol round. The infamously inconsistent pistol rounds, which so far this series have been favoring your opponents.
Big time. Big time. And I think the fact that FUT has fallen so far behind and is required to have these heroic comebacks, they've gained a fair share of followers tonight.
Okay, let's stick with it. Let's see if we get a pistol. Mr. Fallon gets his his sheriff out for this one.
Yeah, have got most of the wins.
They got some weird rolls on this. I'm not gonna lie.
This is a fight of equals, to be fair.
Genuinely could be. Going into this pistol round though, FUT, this will be their shot at survival. Vitality, very heavy presence on A. FUT have a few players to at least keep their attention in place, while the main body of the attack, instead, taking mount control, getting ready to assault
Anyone
the
can
C
play Killjoy, it's
position.
not that hard. Yeah, but smokes can be a little bit harder.
Damage done to save,
So I'm pretty
however,
sure this is the
it's
first time we've seen
not quite
UTJ
besieged as of
in this
yet.
lineup playing smokes. Someone can correct me. But if it looks like it's the only map. Holy, what a savior kill, by the way.
UTJ's corner was unchecked, uncovered, but still, not a chance of that one. Vitality winning this pistol.
Damn, you really set yourself up for an Ardis Flame? That was pretty good.
Absolutely do. It's do or die for them. Low HP on Captain, and already a man down. Vitality thrust into a retake. FUT, limited utility to work with here.
It's a good plant.
At least they've got side control, and it seems like Cena fancies to play aggressively, guiding right
5
mid.
people though.
So Vitality want in
4
front.
from heaven.
That's gonna be a flash ride, success with the FUT to
They get so much info with this as well, they can just play off now. Who did they kill? Omen's still alive, that's a great nade. Oh my.
Sender from a distance. It's all looking clean. It's all looking excellent.
They don't get these kills, what are their HPs?
All but dust.
Atta's on 3. They don't even get the pistol. Yeah, I mean this one looks pretty short then, chat. They got a plant, so they got a force buy.
11-2. Yes, they're on a highway, but a couple
Yeah, let's see what they do with the
miles
force buy. Most people
back,
go B,
smeared on
but
the road
you can
is
definitely
the
go anywhere.
bloody belated corpse of FUT's Lotus. My word, has this been dominant? And this has been one of the most dominant games.
Cracks
not just of
one
this
tricking KO.
series.
I was kind of excited in the other off season when I saw them trying him on different agents. It's interesting that he's gone back to this. But I still kind of think the fact that we saw it in the other tournaments and looked pretty good, that maybe they're gonna branch out a little bit. So you can never take too much. You can never look too much into off-season events. But at least on this map, I would love to see them move away from the KO. Solo KO on this for Initiator is like, you're playing on hard mode. You're playing on literally the hardest setting you could get for a map. It's a nice force buy on this though. They managed to get over towards the site. We got no util for this retake.
Get back in it. Nice little headshot for Cena, but it's not long lived.
2 people on site though, not the best poses.
They all drop. Cracks with a double.
Nice swing from Cracks.
Find a round. Finally, they find
Okay, maybe 3-11. We'll stick with it. Money super low from Vitality. They got an eco on this one.
Are these the twitches of a death rattle, or are these the war drums of a comeback? I can't help but think that for Vitality, they've already done enough. For FUT here, the buy's good, sure, but they're going to have to go.
KO is still really good, but
and how do you do that, Crema?
double controller. Basically, if you're doing KO is really good in a double initiator. If it's single initiator, it's just not the one. You just don't. It struggles too much. You only have one information gather against a Sky that has dog, which is hard clear information, and multiple in terms of the flashes. Like, they're not even near the same level. This is the best single initiator, and this is the worst single initiator.
How does FUT actually do this? You have to look at this round by round.
Got ult as well in terms of Sky. Yeah, that's actually very true as well.
Setting up the win condition for this 15th round here, and that's going to be that Viper spit on Captain. He's one away from being able to deploy it. He has the spike on his back.
Solo fade is better. It's not as good as the Sky in my books, but you can definitely make it work. I mean, Fnatic did for what, 8 months.
Just makes me wonder, you know, do you expense that Viper's pit?
Solo breach has its struggles. Doesn't hard clear, no information.
Again, a mistake, you're out. CNED keeps it going. Yeah, I mean, he's feeling it now. That's the guy you
It's pretty much on par with the KO in my books.
His defensive
30
side
seconds left.
uneventful.
1 enemy
But
remaining.
maybe this attack can be a brand new beginning.
I mean, if this round has anything to go by Vanvelos, it absolutely could be.
This is very nice.
I still am concerned with the fact that
FUT did a comeback on the first map. Nope, let's try that again. FUT did a comeback on the second map. This is like a lot harder, like a lot harder to do, but this is a good start. No damage taken, money's there. Solo Gecko better than Solo KO? Yeah, on this map for sure. You're double info, right? and at least then you can also, if you're a nerd, you can have like good lineups where you can go pick up Wingman or Dizzy.
Let's see if they've got what it takes to close a map out. They've probably disappointed a lot of Frenchmen and a lot of French supporters.
Odin, oh man. Odin over towards door. Knife goes in, they get hit by the knife. So they know that one is here, but
replicate those streaks that they can replicate leading into FUT.
They're going to attempt to do it just now because Vitality still playing fairly close to the street position. This time with the Odin though on Destrian to at least perturb these faster rotations.
Okay, so as we can see on the minimap, it's a split B, but no info over towards here yet. Okay, they see 2 over towards here. Now they're going to definitely look like it's a split B. So Killjoy probably moves over. Yeah. That's good info. That's hard info. Sees both of them.
Would have been perhaps a little bit more effective.
Destrian just trying to be loud, obnoxious, try and push FUT away, try and push them onto
Viper, I mean this duel might decide it.
They set their gaze back to Mounds now, where they're going to be running into safe setup.
Yeah, he's so confident that it's a B split, and the call of the B split comes over, so the Killjoy leaves C. And the timing of the luck was incredible from Atta, just walking back through the Viper wall that they put up. I mean, they're not going to expect him here, right? So it was nice map pressure from FUT. A lot of this was down to Atta, really.
What if he doesn't? What if he doesn't check? He does, and he's quick to find a head. Vitality.
3v3, double low HPs on each team.
Bringing back, cracks to the back of the site. Vitality only relying on Destrian right now, and I think
okay, nice. Saves the Odin, so that's pretty good, but again, another round where 3 people get 3,000. Definitely want to hunt him because of the Odin, and they got so much money again.
It seems early to say, it seems like a long shot.
So Vitality should probably time out here. And then, I mean, I would at the very least like to see that Vitality have talked a little bit about this map, and if they want to go aggro over towards A, they just have to break this knife, so they could just have someone spam the door and then break it, and then they can go aggro A. Or they can just, I'm pretty sure you can beat it to the corner and just shoot it.
This is gonna hurt. This is definitely gonna hurt, and you know, as the Butcher's Bill comes in, this second half has been pretty successful for FUT. I can't help but think that for Vitality, they need a solo play. They need someone to pop off, and usually it would be Runner, but he's had quite a quiet map. In fact, he's had quite a quiet series, to be honest, Pavlos.
Surely they do not come back a second time like this?
Yeah, it would be kind of sick if they did. Knife goes in, but this was a late knife to see if they wanted to like walk close. And again, every time that this knife actually hits, it gives such good information. Like if it only hits one, you know you can just walk out for free. CNED gets his ult on this one as well. That is a nice shot. Uh-oh. No trade on this. CNED has his ult though.
Oh, that Trailblazer was gorgeous, but Safe can't find it. And with that,
I don't know how blind he was from the KO flash, but it looked pretty bad.
Looking for the first pick here. Still on site actually. Looking like they want to fight their way out of this rather than play for time.
Yeah, I don't think they want to risk getting out of position right now. They've got their backs covered. All FUT players looking in different directions. Paranoia, oh, missing the mark. Definitely good for one. Kicks, finds another. Wait a minute.
One enemy remaining.
You have to stay in and out of battle. Sneaky boy. And Destrian
turret might kill him.
Barely alive at this point.
Oh my god. Well, the turret was actually going to finish him off there at the end. Pretty good eco in terms of the damage done here. Map 1 could have been a comeback if Sova was able to break the Killjoy. Oh, yeah, that's true. That was still safe being unreal with that knife, though.
They'll pay whatever cost it takes.
But yeah, I mean, all 3 maps, you're right, have been FUT on the back foot every single time, trying to come back. Okay, now we'll look over towards Vitality. I really want to see them go aggro A. This knife towards A is getting way too much info. You can't let this comp do this. Knife goes in, hits 2 of them. This time it hits 2. but the instant reaction is the Vipers here, so they're probably not playing close because it would have to be the Rays. So they just walk out towards A. I feel like Vitality are giving them so much freedom.
For right-hand side leniency, Vitality, I think with a bit of information of presence on that side.
Set up, ready from FUT to hit this A side. Utility deployed, but the set piece is yet to follow. Vitality, they have time for the rotations here, but do they even risk it? Runner gaining a lot of information towards B main, and
Krax looks like he wants to use his knife, but honestly, okay, Krax uses his knife, and if the comms are good, that means the runner has like a window where his ult is going to be really strong.
Tries to seek out if there's anyone towards the B side, if they can head towards it, at least they get information. 35 seconds. FUT, do they still commit to the A side? I think that's the right decision, but no. I see Pinkster will spawn. Is that Destrian sort of figuring out? Are they going to push in that direction?
What a weird round right now.
Not much time here at all. 20 seconds left. But they have to commit and soon.
Destrian in the corner, not spotted. Paranoia.
That's crazy. The wraparound. Wow, U2J.
Eager to get on top.
The solo play.
Vitality get an inch of this defensive half.
Dude, their coach needs to get involved, man. They gotta push over towards A. Can't. Man, I hate watching. Oh man, I hate watching teams on Lotus, man.
Separate them now. What's happening?
Wasn't it 10-0?
It was 10-0.
It was 10-0.
Oh my god.
Last game 7-0, now 10-0.
So, I want to. Okay. There needs to be a timeout, and they need to talk about how FUT's comp is really bad at clearing information, so they need to take some map control, i.e. A, because they've walked out of A every single time, and when they have A control, it means they can go into 2 different areas of the map, right? You can split, you can have A pressure in terms of the door, and this is just too much, right? It leads into almost 3. So they need to go aggro, but they're so scared of going aggro because it's knife over towards A, they can just swing out and shoot it, or shoot it from door. It's the only extra step that they need to take.
And now as we go into our next 7 for FUT. Pavlos, this is getting real close.
FUT though were kind of laughing. Bro, they do one knife and they can just walk out towards A.
Long ago.
It could have. Maybe should have.
Yeah, definitely should have. Vitality's defense, just letting them down. Potentially advertising themselves almost as the one-half wonders.
Again, the team that seems to be setting the pace is the one attacking. And yeah, I don't
okay, but this is a this is a simple timeout. The issue is that this is a pretty simple timeout, which means that FUT know that they're probably going to be talking about that, and so it's either B or it's either A or C aggression from Vitality. And they can probably just react accordingly depending on what happens. They've been walking out A, so you'd imagine that it's the A aggression. Is it an eco? How many guns did they save here? We kind of went to player camps before I saw. Yeah, so Vitality right now, I mean FUT right now are expecting this in terms of an A push, so they're going for this. But this is where the op is.
The heads of the players, what they call to deaf ears. 1-for-1 trade so far, and CNET has an opportunity to lead his team.
Such a fine trade.
Snake bite from Ada Captain, trying to stop one of the areas from Vitality's peaks. But they fall back on the decision. No more B site take.
They turn their gaze back to C. However, Krax, I love that.
That was pretty cool.
To the other side of Switch, just to make sure that Vitality aren't going to be able to retrieve it when FUT turn and hit this C site.
Vitality get 2 here.
Still 2 defenders.
Stinger, honestly, Stinger and the Sheriff. That's unlucky.
Oh dear, not anymore, because he's dead. Sender, close distance can do quite a lot, but Cena jumps on top of the site and takes him
Cena, when taking that duel, was like 22 HP. By the way, that could have been the round.
Damage here would be good for Vitality. They need something to restore their confidence.
Vitality, oldest and youngest.
This is still pretty scary. Kicks has one, Flash has ult, but okay, Ada pretty solid on this. Alright, so the timeout came in. Again, the same thing applies, or it was a timeout on an eco, right? So you gave him an eco idea, and now this should be the overall picture. If Vitality don't go aggro A and break this knife, I might lose my mind. I also think FUT might do something similar in terms of fast B or fast C.
When you consider the 10-0 lead that Vitality had garnered themselves at the start of this map, but it seems like everything has clicked for FUT. Bear in mind, CNED now popping off, firing on all cylinders.
Looks like we're going aggro over towards A. No knife in, that's a big cue. Okay, they at least get early A control. I like this call from FUT there. They knew that they were going to do something different over towards A, so they tried to burst over towards B. This is also nice. The alarm bot inside the attacking Viper's ult. That's pretty good. This is now a very, very hard round for FUT.
Rifles all over the place.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's still nice though. A little bit risky, but I kind of liked it. Again, it's just priority of just having this pause. Okay, and now they get a kill. Now they can fall back. They lost the Viper, which just means that A is a little bit weaker for the hit. And this is so much better. It's just so much easier for them. They also have a lot of ults, and Vitality needs to use like the majority of these ults in here. They know that he hasn't pushed close because the alarm bot is up, so... Oh wow, really nicely played from FUT. This alarm bot on attack did everything, and this KO ult to cancel Runner's ult as well is perfect. Wow, imagine they win this.
Lockdown committed. Safe. He's only got a judge, Pavlos. How do they get back in here? Kicks, he needs this first kill. Desperately trying to find one, but no heads are being offered. They got to get out of the way. They have to let that lockdown go off.
Seekers available for kicks.
Dude, this was a sick round to watch. What a sick round from FUT on this one. The alarm bot was everything. Uh-oh, cracks. Damn, he actually got one low HP. This is so close, man. Huge round. What a huge round. Mr. Fallon puts the alarm bot in the Viper ult. It never gets shot. So then they go over towards the split. They know he's in the small area of his Viper ult, and they just pinch. Nade goes in, a little bit of spam. That was great. I'd also shout out to Vitality. They actually finally did the right thing in terms of aggro over towards A. It's just this little play over towards B that messed it up here. So, I mean, that was just a nice round overall from everyone.
He's feeling it.
Yeah, definitely wanting to go over towards A. Okay, chat, let me focus on this knife. They could have walked out and shot this knife the whole time. Oh my goodness. Okay, now this is a hard round for FUT once again.
Doesn't go their way for outsmarting, outplaying, outshooting.
Instant reaction from FUT to insta-hit over towards C, set up with a Viper and Killjoy. And Killjoy gets hit just in time. Kind of nice from FUT though. They've at least go into the CB default after this, and now they can get the Raze ult. So that's pretty good. I think this B orb is still here. The big win for Vitality right now is the fact that I was gonna say is the fact that this alarm bot is still up, but that molly gets popped at the end, which just destroys it. Late takeover towards A, they do a knife, it doesn't hit anyone, so they know that all A is clear up until this point, 40 seconds left.
Has fallen very, very quiet. Quiet as the grave, potentially, as he tries to engage 3 players.
How long has this smoke got on it?
30 seconds left now.
Oh no. 30 seconds left.
Time is very low, but it's a solo omen. They gamble. Mr. Fallon has made a little bit of sound over towards C. Maybe not. Maybe he's just lurking the whole time. Look like Vitality maybe gambled because they're on low buy. This has actually turned into a pretty sick game. As much as I'm frustrated that Vitality have played it wrong.
If Safe is able to get himself on site and secure that lockdown, this is feasible by Vitality. Playing the safe, ultra passive, showstopper enabled by
yeah, this is nice from CNED. He can just wait this out until someone kind of peeks him. Lovely shots. Lovely shots. Pretty sure that was a direct hit as well.
This seems personal.
Great rounds. Vitality still have one more timeout if they want to use it. Okay, they need to, I think they can just look at this and know that they need to hold over towards A. Like, once they take A, they can just hold over towards A in that one pause.
Pavlos, what in the comeback is happening? You can see that at the FUT HQ, the energy's there, the hype's there, and for good reason. It's almost a fairy tale at this point. Vitality, they certainly don't expect.
Well, I don't want Nietzsche and Atta to swap. It's just more comfort, right? I mean, they're just trying stuff.
One bye away from collapse.
Okay, this is nice from Vitality. They take back over towards A, and hopefully they leave 1-2, like they should do, because then the KO knife can only get one of them. This is also nice from FUT as well. They hear that they go aggro over towards A, so they insta-react over towards C, knowing that most likely to get A, they have to free-person push this. Haven't got through the choke point yet, so I'm a little bit worried for them. All of this pressure from this, though, does dissolve the stronghold over towards A. So, you know, that was set up that I was complementing over towards A. Over rotate comes in. And that kind of means that FUT can now walk out towards here. Can they get it back? Yeah, looks like it. A little bit better. Do they know Fallon's out? Mr. Fallon is essential, isn't he? He's so good. Atta has a really big jaw here. This might decide it, chat. Oh, goodness. Actually get this to 11? This is crazy. Vitality have so much to learn from this one pod, man, I swear. It's really nice watching FUT, though. Like, as much as I don't like the FUT comp, they play it so perfectly. Like, everything is good.
Why should he risk it? Kicks, oh dear, and safe is no more. Vitality. They're checking comms and everybody is down and out.
Goes back to 11-11. Feels like the Vitality coach might want to call a timeout here. Yeah, this over rotate and like you see all these pings over towards A, they're talking about it. Like when they're dead, they're talking about it now. Pretty sure they're talking about the over rotate, which I'm pretty sure came in from Runner because they dissolved the heavy setup over towards A, which all meant it crumbled. Like they kind of didn't trust the fact that their two players could hold over towards C.
Runner might be able to survive, but the comeback can officially be declared.
Does he save the gun?
11-11. It is all to play for, Pavlos, and remember, Vitality, they do not have a timeout. They're going to have to go chaining these rounds.
Wait, do they not have a timeout? Did they really call one in the first half? I thought they only called one.
That someone out of the 5 can save them from
they
this
did.
nightmare.
Okay.
There is that final timeout.
Last time.
Yeah, it looks like they had one more ready in the chamber. I don't think they used the timeout in the first half. They didn't need to.
That's
right?
true.
So 2 available for later on. Wow. I think we're very lucky, everyone. I think we're very lucky to bear witnesses of this game.
Cast is straight up lied. There's just too much going on, man. They just couldn't remember.
I was here. And let's be fair, a lot of these players are new to the scene. A lot of these players are new to Tier 1.
Who's the observer for this event? The observer isn't the guy who's in charge of going to the crowd or the player shots, though. Observer's only in charge of like in-game like actions. Like if you see a swap in game that you wait, that's what it is. Artists come to misses. The observer's only in charge of in-game decisions. Anything out of game is someone else.
Usurping this lineage.
So let's make sure we're blaming the right person.
Nigh on impossible at this point.
All right. Let's see. Low buy comes in. We got I mean low guns. We got the low guns going in here as well. They don't go aggro towards him. They want to fight over towards C. Yeah, this is good. They need to fight for somewhere. They decide to fight over towards C. Runner has to get at least one more. Holy, Mr. Fallon is incredible at the moment, bro. I can't believe they're actually going to give this to 12.
That is succeeding. Safe. You need to come up with magic here, but it's so difficult to do. You're facing an entire army ahead of you.
Damn, he has to save, bro. You gotta save this. You're 44 HP.
I can't believe it, Sender.
You got no money.
There's no other way.
You gotta save this.
But something tells me that's not going to happen.
Right?
Unless it does. Both peak.
Yeah.
And one from high, one from low. Mark point for FUT.
I cannot believe they managed to do this. It's such a good mix of Vitality misplaying and FUT playing perfect.
We go to Lotus, 10-0 down, and here they are, one away.
Vitality haven't played one round correct on defense. Do you know how mad that is?
Look at that score.
This is what and this was, you know, I flamed earlier where I said that like Fnatic got away with so much in terms of their comp on Lotus. This is why, man. The EMEA teams struggle on this map sometimes when I watch them.
But the map has FUT once again.
Killjoy ult 1 away. Where are we in terms of ults? Killjoy ult 1 away. Crack, dude, look how many ults we have. Chat, we've got 7 ults.
Final chance here for Vitality. There's no going around that.
Killjoy ult goes in, heavy rotate. Runner still has his ult, but we have the ult to cancel Runner's ult in terms of the KO. Oh. Oh. Jesus, they nearly took so much damage here.
Look at that. FUT say, yeah, we don't want this plant. We're out, and they still quite a minute to work with. They have a minute to work
Thank
with.
you for that, Prodigy.
Well.
Good to see you, bro.
That
Instant ult goes in. Maybe you would say another rotate came in again, especially with the Omen ult, but I think it's okay.
I think what FUT are trying to do is force more rotations, but I don't
yeah,
think
they are.
Vitality are taking the bait.
This is kind of nice. They've inserted one over towards C.
They may have fallen for the bait indeed.
They've fallen for it. Hook, line,
oh my goodness, look at the over rotate. They're crazy.
They know exactly what's going on here, FUT.
Look at Mr. Fallon, he's in spawn. Yeah, and we do an info over towards C and we're like, oh my god, we've been wrecked. And now they've forgotten about the Omen. Oh my goodness. Dude, they're gonna lose this.
Vitality not over, but the no commanders are gonna make it easy.
Vishnu's visions of Vanquish now onto Vitality.
Bro, they got so played in this round, it's incredible. Oh my god, Mr. Fallon, bro.
That's one of them gone. Vitality are desperate in this.
Look at him go. That's my IGL right there. That is my IGL. That is a ridiculous comeback and they know it. That is so mad. So mad. I've never seen a team misplay that as bad as Vitality. That was really bad, man. But in the off-season, so much to learn from this VOD from them, so that's good. But holy hell, that was a bit of a masterclass. Like, again, FUT play the KO the best you can possibly play it. And that that Viper ult round with the Killjoy alarm bot was sick.